Midway in our life's journey, I went astray from the straight road and woke to find myself alone in a dark wood. From the Italian poet Dante Alighieri. Welcome to Grimly.
All right, we are recording. Oh shit, I didn't tell you something I did last night. Okay. Actually, this episode, I think his notes made me think to do it specifically.
Okay.
Along with the David Glenn Lewis story.
Okay.
So I was driving from Kirkland back over to Bothell, and there was this white car that was like sitting on this middle median, like kind of teetering on it between traffic. I was like, that's
Like teetering on top of, like, it was
like
it
it's
was,
someone like higher
extended.
not hyperextended.
No, like,
This car didn't hyperextend itself.
what is that?
High.
What is it called when you bottom out on a what's the real word?
God damn it! I said it to the person. Anyways, so this car was like teetering on the median.
Wow.
Between traffic
Okay.
on the overpass on 405. I drove past it, had hazards on.
Was it like a little one or like a big?
It was like a shoulder-esque. Like, it was definitely, like, blocking traffic going both ways from crossing over. But I drove past it. The hazards were on. I was like, oh, that's weird. And I kept driving. I was like, I should call non-emergency line. And I did. I think the only reason why I did that is because we always talk about, I think, with these podcasts, is see something, say something.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've listened to a lot of stories recently where there's just,
Oh,
if someone had said something
earlier,
because I'm like, what if someone had like a seizure, or like was like choking a fucking French fry in the middle of the night or something, because it was kind of late. I was like, or someone was drunk or something. But yeah, I did my good civil duty for the week, I guess.
She called it in.
I called it in.
And just because you just like never get updates, so you just never.
No, I never know. Yeah,
and mostly it's probably nothing.
It's probably nothing, but sometimes it could be something.
Yeah, I'm listening to a Crime Junkie episode. And I can't remember what subject they're doing, but it was some kind of like causeway or some kind of. In other parts of the country, they call freeways different names.
Oh, right, yeah. Causeway, I think, is probably
It's a really European causeway. I don't know.
It might be European. Look at this.
But this one, I think, is a U.S. one. It's from like the 80s or something. But they named it after like this particular stretch of highway.
Yeah.
And it was like this vehicle with the light on, and like people were driving by, and it was family members of what ended up being missing victims.
Oh.
And they were sort of like, maybe it was like a part of a stretch of road where people were just like would be necking or whatever, like a makeout place. So they didn't say anything. And they drove by and were like, that's front of my brother's car, but like, what's he doing here? And they over, the light was on, like the door was open.
Right.
And so they just kept going. And then the next day, Dad is on his way to work at 7 a.m. and sees the same thing. And he's like, I'm not afraid to pull over. And what is my son's car doing here?
Yeah.
At 7 a.m.
Right.
But it would have been a kind of mildly similar. Like, you don't know until you know.
Yeah. Hindsight is always a bitch.
Yes.
Right? There was another story I listened to recently about a little boy that went missing in a national park.
Yeah.
And he was on a hike with some people. He wasn't with his parents. It was a group, but the dad let the little boy go with the
I heard this one.
And they just everyone kind of assumed that everyone else was watching him.
Yes, and he vanished.
And he went missing.
Jared, yes.
Yeah.
Adaro or something?
Yes. It's a super sad story.
Oh, it's tragic.
Yeah.
I was sad talking about it.
Yeah.
They never found him. Right?
They found a part of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they found like a piece of skull, I think, and like maybe a tooth or something.
I don't know if it was food predation, but who knows?
No, and that's like the whole thing about that. I mean, like is
that part of a missing 411 or is he?
I don't think he's lived in there specifically.
Missing 411 come up. So, because we did Sasquatch last week.
Yes, and then also I think David Glenn Lewis is a missing 411 story.
Oh, really?
Actually, the one we're doing today, I'm pretty sure, is missing 411. I am obsessed with missing 411
people. There's so many.
And there's all weirdly national park.
the thing about the national parks, yes.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just because it's like vast wilderness that people that aren't usually equipped to be in the wilderness
Yeah.
are more likely to be in the wilderness in a national park.
Right. Have you heard the whole theory about the cave system underneath the United States?
Listen, I haven't heard of, no, I don't think I can speak to it, but like I am familiar enough with some conspiratorial, I entertain a certain amount, right, cookie-ass conspiracy.
Yeah, you gotta
kind of a general idea.
Yeah, there's like a whole, like, there's a cave system connected within the United States, and
That's a little far.
that's where everyone's going because they're being taken by whatever, whoever, yada yada. Big conspiracy theory.
Hide your kids.
Right? No one leave your house.
So that's what you did. You called it in.
I called it in. I don't know. Yeah, I saw something. I said something.
Good.
Yeah,
I've done that before.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. I was like, probably is nothing, but like, I'd rather be an overreactor than an underreactor in this moment. So,
because it could be one of those things where it's like, it's like, oh, it's just like along like this major stretch of road on this like freeway or major highway.
Right.
Surely the person that left it there knows it's there.
Right.
Just like waiting on a tow.
It's so weird. It was like in the middle though. It was on the shoulder. It was like in the middle of the road on the median.
Very strange.
Yeah. High-sided?
Don't think that's it.
not it either. God damn. We've been having tequila today, so.
Yeah, tequila today. We usually do wine.
Because you are going to Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am, love.
In like a couple days.
It feels like
this is going to be the last time we're recording for a couple weeks.
I'm going to sit a little bit.
You'd be like so sad. You're going to be like sitting on the beach, wishing that you're staying in my fucking apartment, talking about horrific shit. Let's be real.
Let's hope that I don't end up on your house because we are driving.
You will not.
We are driving across the Yucatan Peninsula in the dark. We're not going to go all the way, but we're going to stop halfway.
I thought you were going to...
Well, we did. Yeah, so we fly to Cancun, and we're going to be traveling up to Merida, Mexico. And yes, I was concerned that because my flight gets at 4:30, that we should not drive in the dark all the way across.
Yeah.
By the time we get to Customs, yada, yada, it'll be 6:30. That's what the sun sets. So what we did was we chose a place halfway, or not quite halfway.
Yeah.
So we could at least, because I actually have a reservation there already
that
night. And so we just booked like a, I don't know, like a $50 Airbnb.
Wait, you already had a reservation there that night?
Yeah, because I knew that we were going to need dinner. And so I was like, oh, we'll stop there and eat dinner there. We'll keep going.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, well, like, and you know what's funny is like Dave and I honeymooned in that area in 2015. And Valladolid is the name of this little city. It's very colorful. All the buildings are like a different color. It's really pretty. That sounds cool and very quaint. But in 2015, like day 2 of our honeymoon, we were driving up to Chichen Itza, and it was pretty obvious to me, but he was driving, that we should not have been going down the road that we were going because there was some construction. There was cones on the road, and he drove around the cones to what was a dirt, like it had been a road that had been ripped up.
Oh shit!
And we're driving, and now he's like lost and confused and getting more agitated. And I'm like, I don't want to make it worse.
Right.
Let him just.
You're like, I don't want to push your buttons in this moment.
It seems like it's getting worse. This road, and then all of a sudden, before we know it, we are over tea kettle in a hole. Day 2 in a rental car in Mexico.
Oh my god!
And we cannot get out of the hole. Now the back wheels are upside down, and the 2 front wheels are in a giant hole in the middle of the street, which we obviously
that's my fucking nightmare. No, like, oh my god. Okay.
Story. And I was like, vacation's ruined. Yeah, I'm fucking ruined. I get out and I'm just like sitting on the sidewalk, just like my knees in my face in my knees, and we're just like, this is horrific. And there's a police station like right there.
Probably
they all come out. They're laughing hysterically.
I mean, I would too.
Recording us, taking videos, and then a bunch of like locals. Everyone's laughing at the gringos.
Yeah.
And then they climb in the hole and they push our car out of the hole, and we drive away. Done. And there was damage to the car.
Yeah.
But so I was stressed about that. We had a kind of tense 2.5 hours drive home where I was like, this is gonna, because in America, that much damage is like $3,000-$4,000.
And you probably didn't need the insurance on the rental car.
I don't remember. You never do. It's different in Mexico. I think you do have to have insurance.
Oh,
No matter what. You
okay.
have to have separate insurance.
Okay.
Either way, I can't remember, but I was like, I've had a fender bender in my life.
I couldn't think of one specifically.
Like, so we like, I know how much this costs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we spent the whole rest of the vacation concerned about it. We roll up to return our car before we fly home, and they're like, they take one look at it, and they're like, 400 pesos. No, that's not true. 1,200 pesos.
Okay.
So it was about $350, $400 at the time, which was really no big deal.
No, I mean, that's probably best case, worst case scenario.
Completely best case scenario.
Yeah. I mean, at least the people that were laughing at you also helped you out.
Completely.
You know?
We should have bought them beers or something. We were just like, thank you. And we just left, and it was so very strange.
I always think of those videos of cars like going in sinkholes and then they just fucking disappear.
It wasn't that bad.
But so that, like, when you said that, that's something I thought in my mind. I was like, no, just no.
I mean, it was similarly traumatizing.
Yeah, I bet. Driving into a fucking hole,
You couldn't see it from the road. It was just sort of like very in it.
We'll just sneak up on you.
Yes. But so full circle, we're going to be back there. I think it's really cute.
It was really cute.
It is funny. At the time, I didn't realize it would be funny.
No,
Now it's
yeah.
like one of my most
It is definitely one of those moments to look back and just fucking laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And thankful that the exchange rate was working in our favor in that case.
Yeah, for sure. Because, yeah, I would be so stressed about that too. That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever told me that story.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I am a woman of mysteries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of mysteries, this is Grimly.
Welcome to Grimly.
I am Missy.
I'm Megan.
And we're going to tell you some of the creepiest stories we can find on the internet. / I can find on the internet.
What are we talking about today?
Ooh, today, this is another, speaking of Missing 411, this is Missing 411 story.
Okay, I love it.
This is the disappearance of Sandra Johnson Hughes.
Okay.
Have you heard of this one?
No, it's not familiar off the top of my head.
Okay.
It might come to me, but we'll see.
Okay, so Sandra Johnson Hughes, I'm just going to call her Sandra.
Okay.
Some people pronounced her name as Sandra,
Okay.
but she also has a nickname of Sandy.
Sure.
So Sandy to me equals Sandra,
Sure. Okay.
not Sandra.
Do you want to just call her Sandy?
I call her Sandra.
Okay.
So Sandra, she was born July 26, 1966.
Okay.
She had been divorced twice, no children. She always had like a passion for the outdoors. She previously studied to be a park ranger, but her kind of job by like trade was she was an accountant.
Okay.
Kind of like, you know, that's the job.
Okay.
It's the job to pay her bills, but not really her passion.
Okay, so she clearly did she work as a park ranger?
No, she studied to be a park ranger during college.
Okay.
And kind of had like some survivalist type
So
of
it sounds
training.
like this was a big hobby of hers.
Yes,
Outdoors.
very much a big hobby, like outdoorsy.
Okay. So
person.
I assume she's gonna go missing in a national park.
Maybe. So because she had this park ranger training, a lot of people also kind of consider her a survivalist. I don't know if one equals the other,
I
but
think so.
who knows?
I think survivalist is its own
Survivalist almost seems a little fanatic.
practiced.
Practiced, maybe? I don't know. Like you're going outside in a night with just like a knife and you're gonna
Or you're prepared. I don't know.
prepared.
You can't, like, I've seen Alone. Those people are survivalists, right?
Yes.
You can't just go out there without, like, knowing how to use a flame to start a fire.
Great. And like knowing
Etc.
what
Build a
food to eat.
yes
Out there.
a structure.
Yeah.
That's a survivalist for me.
Yeah. So she was kind of described as that.
Okay.
She definitely had some stable, kind of a good foundational knowledge of the outdoors.
Good old fan of REI.
Good old fan of REI.
Mhm.
As am I.
I know. You guys don't seem to have a lot in common.
I was going to say, kind of sounds like we have a little bit in common. She was also described as a bit of a nomad. She moved around a lot, and she never really had a home base, quote unquote. In 2020, I don't know if you remember this little thing called COVID-19.
Wait, this is a new case?
This is a newer case.
Oh, recent.
Yes.
Oh,
So in 2020, she was living in Maui
Oh.
when the pandemic started, but she was kind of wanting to go somewhere else during the pandemic, during COVID-19.
She wanted to get off the island.
I think she kind of wanted to get off the island.
That's pretty smart.
For sure. So she was living in Maui. She kind of decided that she wanted to move back to the mainland. She also dyed her hair blue. She was 56 at this time.
I was wondering if she was
Yeah, she was born in 1966. So 56. And she decided to move to Madera County in California.
Okay.
And her thoughts were to move somewhere more secluded.
Where's Madera County?
It's like smack dab middle of California.
Okay.
Kind of like Sacramento East.
Okay.
Is what that was. Close to Yosemite area. So her thoughts were to move somewhere that has a little more seclusion, a little more outdoor activities during the pandemic.
Sure. She's had enough beach.
Yeah. She sells her house in Maui.
Sure.
She decides to move to Madera County.
Oh, she had a house up there.
She had a house.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sounds like she's probably flush with cash too.
Yeah. I mean, she was an accountant. She finally had work money.
Okay.
So her favor.
That sounds like a reasonable thing to do in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah. You're single. You're on an island. You're like, I don't know if I want to like be here for the entire pandemic. Yeah. I might as well sell this. I have no ties here. Because she was always considered a nomad, right? Mm-hmm. She was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's okay, for lack of a better word. So I'm going to go somewhere else for a while.
Love lots of things to do in California.
Yeah, I mean, California is, I mean, I know Pacific Northwest is considered a very outdoorsy area, but like also California, I mean, has 10 national parks. Yeah. So during her time with Madera, she moved there for about 6 months. And this was her idea, was to reconnect with nature. Since it was directly in the middle of California, near Yosemite National Park, the Sierra National Forest, and there was a pretty big forest preserve a few hours drive in the area. There's also Sequoia Kings Canyon.
I've never been there. It's on my list.
It's on my list too. And
it's
also
not that easy to get to.
In Death Valley. You know, okay. So there is a road trip I have triangulated. I've planned. You fly to Vegas. You go to Joshua Tree, Sequoia, and Death Valley. They're all like 9 hours apart.
That's a long ass drive
from Vegas. It's a road trip. You do like a little road trip from Vegas. You rent a car.
My point is,
you spend a little time in each. You go back to Vegas.
Okay, Sequoia is way the hell out of the way.
It's not.
How many hours?
It's
5 or 6.
So the closest is, I'm pretty sure, Death Valley, which is like 3. So you spend some time at Death Valley, and you go Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree's, oh sure, from Vegas, sure, okay.
Which is like 3 hours, and then you go to Sequoia,
which is how many more?
3.
Okay.
And then it's just kind of like a big loop.
Okay, 3 hours is fine.
Yeah, it would be a cool road trip.
All right, fine. 9 hours total, you mean?
9 hours total. Not between all 3.
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Shut up. I put that. It's in my Google Maps. Whatever. So she's close to all these really cool areas, and so she decides, after living in Madera County for about 6 months, she wants to go on kind of a adventure.
Okay.
So June 26th, 2020, she lets her family know that she's going to go on an extended camping, hiking trip in the Sierra National Forest specifically.
Okay.
Which is southeast of Yosemite.
Okay. I've been to Yosemite.
Yeah. I have not. That face.
I made a face. It was my least favorite of the...
But you were like also at the ass end of a
really 17-day long road
trip. A really long road trip. Sure. So I feel like if you saw Yosemite
really the car much.
In new eyes,
sure.
You know, I think you should give it another chance. So Sandra let her family know that she was planning on hiking towards the border of Yosemite National Park via this area called the Johnson Meadows.
Okay.
That whole Sierra area, mountain range area, is really beautiful. I want to go to there. And she kind of had this idea of like, if she has to social distance, because it was during the COVID-19 pandemic, like height of COVID-19. Sure. Summer 2020.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were doing stuff like just like this.
Yeah. And she was like, you know what? If I have to social distance, I might as well do it in the isolation and beauty of the outdoors.
Yeah, I support that.
Me too. However, on July 2nd, So the last time she talked to her family was June 26th.
Okay.
On July 2nd, hikers found Sandra's gear in Johnson Meadows, kind of strewn about and tossed around as if someone had been going through it or an animal had like kind of rummaged through it. And they reported this to the Madera County Sheriff.
Okay.
The sheriff went to investigate the site and see if they could find any clues to who the campsite belonged to. And after finding some identification and important paperwork in a folder, which is weird to bring to a campsite,
she had her ID over it?
She had her birth certificate and her social security card in this folder.
Is that weird? I'm asking you because you've done.
I would not bring my birth certificate and my social security card.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
Not in a folder. First of all,
she also had a driver's license, or else would she get out there?
Yeah. She had
just a little extra to do that.
It is a little weird. It's specifically to leave it in like a campsite that's been tossed. It's very weird, I think.
It's like bringing your passport on the hiking.
Yeah,
you would never do that.
I bring my ID.
Just your ID or
just my ID. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well maybe
I don't know. We're gonna get into it. So, Sheriff's Department also thought this was a little bit weird, and they were able to figure out who she was, obviously, because they had her birth certificate and her social security card. So they contacted her family, and they told the family the circumstances of the campsite, and the family was instantly alarmed.
I would be horrified.
Because Sandra was known to be a very neat and tidy person, especially when it came to like the outdoor stuff. She was definitely a person that really practiced leave no trace principles,
Completely.
Like hated people that littered. They were like, this is not what she would do at all.
The fact that she's not with her things,
yes,
it's a concern.
Yeah. So on July 4th of 2020, a woman matching Sandra's description was seen on the trail near Johnson's Meadows, barefoot, wearing a black t-shirt and blue jeans, with a noticeable bruise on her face.
Okay.
Some hikers saw her and they started interacting with her because they thought this was weird.
Yes.
Especially the barefoot.
No
shoes. And the bruise, and they asked her if she needed some medical assistance or if she just needed some help.
So they spoke to her.
Okay. She declined and she said she was fine.
That's weird.
It's very weird.
Okay.
And there's also been like a couple different interactions she's had throughout this time where she kind of also just like straight up ignored people. Like they would try talking to her and she would just like ignore them.
Strange.
So after this interaction with the hikers, they were like, okay, well, she says she's fine.
Yeah.
What else?
We're here to hike.
Yeah.
What else?
We did our due diligence. We tried, it wasn't until later, because remember, this is on July 4th. On July 2nd, they contacted the family. I don't think I said this actually. They contacted the family on July 2nd. The family was like, hey, this is weird. And that's when she was officially declared missing.
Okay, so now she's missing.
Yeah.
Okay. And when did people see her on the 4th?
On July 4th.
Oh.
And they went back to town and they saw a missing persons flyer with her picture on it. And they were like, holy shit, we saw her.
Okay.
We interacted with her. So they contacted the police, the Madera County Sheriff.
Generally, these would be good signs.
Yeah.
She's alive.
Right.
She's out there. She's been seen.
Right. She's walking around.
Yeah. Yeah, she's doing a lot,
Yeah. So the sheriff went to the area of the trail that the hikers talked about to see if they could find Sandra, but they couldn't find any trace of her. It's the wilderness. She was probably there for like a fleeting minute, walked away.
She's on the move.
Yeah. On July 5th, Sandra's vehicle was found near, I actually have this mapped out, so I'll show you.
And I had a question about the vehicle early on. So
yeah. So Sandra's vehicle was found near an area called Chiquito Creek.
Okay.
It's a trailhead and a campground. And the sheriff stated that the vehicle appeared to be in a car accident where it crashed into a tree and then kind of rolled down a ravine at a very slow speed. So it was like a bump roll.
Okay.
It wasn't like a major accident. The sheriff's department decided not to tow the car in hopes that Sandra would come back for it because it was kind of close to the area that she was seen on the 4th.
Oh, wow.
So they're like, maybe if we leave it here, she'll come back.
And then we can find her here.
Yeah, they put a violation sticker on the car, like kind of one of those tow ones.
Sure.
that was basically stating that they were looking for her and her family was worried about her. And I called them and they left the number.
Okay.
So it wasn't like you're in trouble. It was just like, hey,
No, that's really
everyone's looking for you.
yeah.
Yeah, we're worried.
Wow, that's actually nice to hear.
Yeah. I feel like they kind of handled this very well.
Yeah.
The car itself had no trace of blood in it, so there wasn't like a significant car accident, right? Like I said, the sheriff wasn't sure how extensive her injuries were from this car accident because it was a slow, kind of rolling car accident.
Here.
There is an odd thing about this, though, is that her things were kind of thrown about in the car and on the forest floor, almost like someone was looking for something. Like the
car, similar to what was at the
yeah,
campsite?
very similar to like kind of what was going on with the campsite.
Weird.
There was just like all this crap thrown around, like in the car and then like around the car.
Okay.
I'm imagining like napkins on your glove box.
If I was gonna go digging frantically through my glove box,
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
be random forks,
Yes.
a bunch of auxiliary cord,
Yes.
some old mouthwash,
A charger you no longer use.
definitely
A dead
napkin,
flashlight, probably for me.
probably some old pads, some tampons, just in case of an emergency.
Yeah, some Taco Bell hot sauce packets.
No, I don't have any of those.
Oh, I have a lot.
No, I like that.
Yeah, they give you a lot.
They do. I just throw those away, but I keep the napkin.
Why would you throw those away?
Guess I don't do that much Mexican in my car. Seems like a messy car.
I mean, fair. But you take those packets, you bring them into your house.
We have hot sauce at home.
Honestly, you know what I use them for specifically is I use it for backpacking trips. Because it's like the perfect amount of hot sauce. Anyways, it's me and Sandra, we've got it together. So she probably has some Taco Bell hot sauce packets.
All right, so
Straight around. So it's very weird, right?
it's a scene that feels familiar.
Yes. So they're having this extensive search throughout this Johnson Meadows, Chiquito Creek area, trying to figure out where they could find her. But the Sierra National Forest is a very dense, thick forest.
Mhm.
Obviously, I mean, any sort of national forest is always going to be like that. So on July 12th, searchers found a sleeping bag approximately 2 miles from where Sandra's car was found, north of that, inside Yosemite National Park.
Okay.
The sleeping bag was laying near an area called Spotted Lake, and it looked as if it had been used recently.
Okay.
So it wasn't
It's like another campsite.
No, it was just a sleeping bag.
It is spotted like a place, like a destination in the.
No.
Or it just happens to be like a.
It just happens to be there. I mean,
a lake with a
Spotted
name.
Lake is a destination within Yosemite National Park.
It's like along the trail route.
Yeah, but there is no trail between Chiquito Creek and Spotted Lake.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you on the map.
Okay.
It's Sandra's not backpack, sleeping bag.
They know it's her.
They know it's hers.
What the fuck?
So they begin moving to that area, in the Spotted Lake area, and they start searching for her.
And it's July, right?
It's
There's
July.
no, like wild, like hypoxia, hypothermia, craziness.
Maybe higher up in the Sierras.
Yeah,
There's probably still some snow.
it was a super high elevation.
The area between Chiquito Creek and Spotted Lake, yes.
Okay.
So it's only about 2 miles, but the 2 miles there is no trail. You're literally going over a mountain. I'll show you a picture
God. Okay. All right. So
because I mapped this out in Gaia, and I'll show you
okay.
at the end. We'll kind of go through
I
everything.
don't know what Gaia is.
Gaia it's a route making
App.
Yes, app. Thank you. I was gonna say map, but map wasn't the right word. App is the right word. It's how I use it.
Map.
Hiking, backpacking, snowboarding, cross-country skiing, backcountry skiing. It's a way that you can create your own route.
Along already established.
Yes.
How does it know?
Amazing. It like snaps to it. It's really cool. I'll show you.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I did make a map of this specifically. So, like I said, the sleeping bag was found in Spotted Lake in Yosemite National Park. And it kind of seems like from the trajectory from Johnson Meadows to Chiquito Creek where her car was found. So it's campsite, car, sleeping bag. It's all kind of going in like a north trajectory.
Okay, so there's like one travel.
It is like
Travel.
yeah, but there is no trail between all
Jesus.
three.
And she's shoeless.
Shoeless is what we've been told at this
Oh
point.
my god.
So the search for Sandra lasted weeks, included helicopters, search and rescue dogs, cadaver dogs, ultimately every trail and tip of her wet cold.
The dogs couldn't find her.
Dogs couldn't find her.
Wow.
Which I feel like a dog, like a search dog, can't find you. That's significant.
You know, but I guess, I don't know, it depends on how long she's been out. I imagine, though, I'm very ignorant to this. Maybe you smell less like you.
I think it would smell more like you. What are you talking about?
I've never been up on
The longer
the
longer you're in the wilderness, the smellier you get.
Okay, so that should be easier to find you.
When Lindsay picked me up when I did after my like 8-day backpacking trip, she was like, "You had a strong odor in the car," and I'm like, "I'm so sorry." Like, I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, I was pretty smelly. You get hot, you get sweaty. Deodorant only lasts for so long.
All right.
You are smellier. I don't.
Strange the dogs. I know. I guess like I thought you just like. I think I've heard stories of like hunters, and they're like, "Don't like, hey wife, don't wash my clothes. These are my hunting clothes. They can't smell like fabric softener, because then the deer will know that I'm a human because of my fabric scent. So you can only wash my clothes with baking soda."
I just like the hand gestures you did in that moment.
I don't know, but this is not firsthand experience. I don't know why.
I've never heard that, but I guess it kind of makes sense because if you
don't want to smell like a human,
right on at house, so
yeah, you don't want to smell like you're right out in the suburbs.
Yeah,
because the deer will be spooked or the bear, or whatever you're
I
hunting.
mean, you're still fucking smelly. I don't know. Dogs couldn't find her.
Okay.
Well, the story.
Wow.
So the search would continue, and then it was scaled back significantly on July 29th, 2020, which is almost a month.
Yeah.
It's a long time for someone to be in the wilderness and expect them to survive, right? Even if she was a survivalist. The sheriff's department, they never really consider her like someone who would be maybe gone in that sense. Kind of been like deceased in the wilderness. Well, they're like, we know
she's probably okay.
She's got some wherewithal. She probably has an idea of what to do.
I feel like they would have seen like evidence of a camp somewhere.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's kind of why they concluded that like they're going to scale back the search on July 29th.
So on July 29th, they
didn't stop looking for her.
Have they decided maybe she's
either left the area
on her own
free will.
She's injured or dead.
Yeah. Okay. Or maybe some foul play and someone took her. However, on August 9th, there were 2 hunters driving along the 5SO1 forest road in the area east of Chiquito Creek, which
is that same area,
which is the crash site, right, of her car. And they reported seeing a woman matching her description, leaning against a log, drinking a bottle of water, and just like staring out into the view as if she was taking a break from a hike.
Okay, so no major alarms there.
No. They thought it was a little strange because it is a weird back country forest road. And she didn't seem to have any equipment on her. She didn't have like a hiking pack or...
And did they search this Chiquito Creek area?
They did.
Extensively?
Yeah. And so the hunters, they tried to get her attention. They're like, like waving their hands and trying to shout out to her.
Hey, weirdo, what are you doing up here?
Essentially.
I gotta meet this lady that's out here?
Like,
crazy.
Hey, girl. But she either ignored them or didn't notice them.
Whoa.
And they figured...
Like really far away?
Not very far away.
Whoa.
And they figured since she didn't seem distressed or hurt, that she was just kind of like hanging out.
I mean,
right. Like it's kind of the same thing with the hikers that met her earlier.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, do you need help?
No. If you do any more than that, it's kind of scary and creepy.
Exactly. So they figured since she didn't seem distressed or hurt, that they're going to go along with our day. There were a few reports. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but they said that she was wearing overalls and a floral shirt
No.
Yeah. Which I don't know if you originally remember, but they said that the hikers that saw her originally said that she was wearing blue jeans and a black t-shirt.
Yeah.
So either she found a change of clothes somewhere, or if it was a different woman, we don't know.
Okay.
And once again, the hunters went back into town and they saw a flyer with Sandra on it. And they were like, holy shit.
Was that her?
That was her.
Okay.
And so they reported it to the sheriff. Sheriff went out into that area and tried to see if they could find her. No trace.
No way.
Yeah. The hunters were also said that she also seemed to look noticeably thinner from the original picture.
Sure. Okay.
Which, I mean, it had been by that time a month in the wilderness.
Yeah. Okay,
So
likely to be her. Yeah.
likely to be her. So this lead went nowhere, like everything else.
Whoa, that's gonna be so hard for her family.
Yeah. At this point, she was still considered a missing person since she did have extensive outdoor training. And that sighting was kind of weird. They're like, well, maybe she's fine. We just don't know. With the campsite in her car, they were found that there was a working theory that she either injured herself during her car accident or some other thing happened that messed with her cognitive abilities.
Okay.
That's kind of like was the working theory with the sheriffs.
Yeah, but okay. My concerns are if it was enough to like damage her,
Cognitive abilities.
then how does she stay alive for a month?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a thinly veiled theory.
Jesus.
So, a year later.
Okay. Fast forward a year.
A couple named Jake and Victoria Gorba, they took their kids on a trip up to Madera Mountains. The Gorbas. They had those like kind of off-road 4x4 like golf cart vehicles. They were driving up this
Polaris?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, they're driving up this like forest service road that's kind of shitty. Not really probably meant for vehicles, but it's technically a road, right?
Yeah.
They're going to drive to this overlook called Shiny Peak.
That sounds fun. That sounds like a fun family.
Great. Sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
So while en route up there to the overlook, they had their kids with them. The kids start to get hungry, and so they decide to pull over to this area where Sandra had originally gone missing.
Okay.
To have some lunch.
Okay.
So they get out of the car, Jake and Victoria, and they start like kind of getting everything ready to like make lunch for the kids and for the family. Victoria notices her 3-year-old named Caden started looking out towards this like forested area and talking to somebody.
Okay.
This part freaks me out.
Listen, okay. I didn't say it before. When I was like, oh, that's cool. They sound like a cool family. Me, secretly, I'm like, I was scared. I would be terrified. It's out there in the middle of nowhere, just me and my husband and my children. Oh, I'm terrified. But it is cool.
It is cool.
But I'm scared.
Yeah.
God.
So
the baby starts talking to nobody in the woods.
The baby's looking, he's still sitting in the 4x4 vehicle. He's looking out into the woods. And he starts talking to somebody. Not to like himself, not to like just like little like baby chatter, you know. It like seems like he's focused on talking to somebody.
Okay.
So Victoria asks him what or who he's talking to.
Yes.
She's like, what are you doing? You know, like, what's going on over here? Caden then starts pointing towards the nearby forested area and told his mom. So this is the quote. He flat out told his parents, Mom, she's dead. She needs our help. Victoria looks at Caden and he continues. She's laying face down with her legs sticking up and she's dead, but she can't talk to me, but we need to go help her. And this is how I know that I'm not meant to be a mother. Because the swiftness I would punt that kid into the forest would be in
That's your mom now.
It would be in that sprint, okay?
Forest mom.
Absolutely not.
That's terrifying.
It's truly
He's like so.
He's a 3-year-old. He's 3.
Listen, we have not talked about this on the podcast, but we must have. If we're friends, had to talk at lengths about how many stories and how many Reddit threads I have read about children under the age of 5 and
just talking to random fucking
who
people.
have memories of past lives and see things that we do not see.
Yes.
And he seemed like he knew what the fuck he was looking at.
Yeah.
He's like, I fully understand this. You guys over there
making lunch
with your adult brains can't grasp this, but
it's super weird that like kids seem to have this like ability,
and he just wasn't afraid. Okay, but
he was like, she needs our help.
I know, it's so
which
sweet.
is very sad.
Listen, I can't get past the face down, legs in the air. What the fuck is that?
That's horrific. That looks like something from like a A24 scary horror movie.
Yes.
Like Heredity or something.
Completely. I'm like, unless she fell. And
why
then,
are her legs in the air?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it fell from like
a boulder?
Or
fell off a boulder?
And like maybe there's some kind of way that you fall, you're sort of, scorpion pose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But I don't really like that image.
No, it's a horrific image.
Okay, so what did Mom do?
So
they got the fuck out of there, right?
Hold on. So Jake, the dad, hears this, and he runs to the area that Caden's pointing at, because he's like, holy shit, is there a woman over there that needs our help?
Yeah.
Even if she's dead, I don't know. He was like, I mean, I get it. I don't know if I would have done it.
Well, Jake, what was the mom's name?
Victoria.
Victoria's got a brave
husband.
Manly husband.
So Jake runs over and he's trying to see if he can see anything. He sees nothing. So
nothing's there.
Yeah. Well, Jake is looking over in the area. Caden is pointing
to that area.
And he's saying she's right there.
Oh, no.
Which is fucking horrific.
Dude.
Just like this baby.
You did not tell me this was going to be so trippy.
I think I did not.
Like, he likes a romance.
Okay.
I love it.
So Jake and Victoria obviously searched the area, found nothing. Even though they're little kids, just like, she's right there.
No.
So obviously they're fucking creeped out.
Okay, so they leave.
And they leave. Okay. They're like, fuck, should I peek? We're going back. We're going home.
Okay.
So later that evening, Victoria posted about this on Facebook.
Okay.
And she included a description of what Caden said the woman looked like. He said that she was wearing a black t-shirt, blue jeans, and had blue hair.
Dude, he saw her.
So the Madera County Sheriff saw Victoria's post. And they're like, we have to talk to her.
Okay.
It's too coincidental. It's just like there's too many. The blue hair is a weird one. Because Sandra would naturally have brown hair. It was like a new thing that she dyed her hair blue. The black t-shirt, the blue jeans. It just...
That's so specific.
So specific. So Madera County Sheriff contacts Victoria. They're like, hey, we saw your post. Can we come talk to Caden? Mm-hmm. And because just kind of want to ask him what he saw. So the sheriff comes over to the Borba family's house. They bring a photo lineup of different women. They ask Caden if he can pick the photos of the woman he saw. He picks 3 photos.
Okay.
They're all of Sandra.
My jaw is on the floor. This is fucking crazy.
It's insane.
Oh my God.
And so after this, the sheriff are like, okay, this is fucking weird.
These things that cannot be explained.
They're like, this is weird, but we have to go check this area now.
Yeah.
And they did. Jake brought them back up there. Jake brought them to the area. They were...
Jake smell a lot better now that he's
like, thanks.
The posse
also, like, thanks for confirming this is fucking weird, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
Because...
what do you do with your kid and you go home and like, this the kids see dead people?
Right. Like,
if you just having a...
Or when you sit in, like, bed at night, are you staring and talking to somebody?
Right. Like, how... Listen,
This is why you leave the kid in the woods.
No, I would just
like, bye, baby.
I want to explore. Like, I need to know how many more things the kid is seeing.
It's like a...
Is it a thing about kid? Or is it... Well, listen. I don't know.
It's like a Sixth Sense vibe, for sure.
It's a little bit of Sixth Sense vibe, but it's also like, maybe it could have been a number of different children in the right like time frame. Yes.
Yeah.
Like at the right moment. I don't know.
There are so many stories of kids just being like, oh, blah, blah, blah's there.
Totally. Grandpa,
grandma, like someone they've never met, they can describe somebody. It's insane.
Okay. All right. So they're checking it out.
Yes. Oh my God. So they go up to this area. Sadly, this weird occurrence didn't lead to any clues or location of Sandra.
Okay.
So it's now been 3 years since she's gone missing.
Okay.
Without any contact to her family or other sightings. The Madera County Sheriff asks if he's seen any weird clothing or camp gear or anything to contact them. They're still kind of considering this just a missing person and not like a she's dead.
Yeah. I mean, there's no
type of
proof that
situation. It's fucking weird. But I'll show you the map now.
Okay.
So I made this map on Gaia last night. I want to figure out a way to post this online.
take a snapshot,
Maybe.
like a screenshot, and put it.
Yeah. So this is Johnson Meadows.
That's where she started.
This is where her campsite was found.
Okay.
So, and this is where her car was found. So I don't know if you can tell this. So Gaia is really great because if I added these 2 waypoints, which is what they're called, like a mark on a map, and I snap these 2 together, it will create a route for me.
Okay.
So this is an actual route I could hike.
Okay.
Anyone could hike.
How long do you think it would take you to hike that?
I mean, it's probably...
It looks long to me.
And it's pretty long. Don't get me wrong. It's probably...
A day and a half?
Yeah, probably a day and a half.
Okay.
And then, so this is where her car was found. This is where her sleeping bag was found. Do you see this straight line?
Yes. That's normal.
The straight line means there's no route.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like it would be straight. If
So yes. So there is a route all the way to this spot right here, kind of, and then this is Red Top, which is a mountain peak.
Okay.
So she would have to climb over this mountain peak to get to Spotted Lake up here.
Listen, it's not impossible that people do these things.
It's not.
It's unlikely.
We just talked about the whole Alive.
Exactly.
Last podcast
Exactly
in the
what I'm
last
thinking
episode.
about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It is possible for sure. The sleeping bag down to where the hunter saw her, there's also...
It's like 4 times the size.
Yeah, there's also no route.
No, that's like a day and a half of no route.
This is like a week.
Okay, because there's no route.
There's no route. Yeah, this is also going over... This is a topographic map, obviously, but there's also going over some pretty significant elevation gain.
Yeah.
And down here, by Shut-Eye Peak, is where the sighting was by Caden.
So far.
Which is insane. Like, there's no route for any of it, essentially. So this route specifically, and I did it, it's 50 miles.
That's a lot.
Barefoot, and I don't know if you can, like, if you look here, this is basically the top of the Red Top Mountain. And then you would have to ascend all the way down, like, 4,000 feet.
Like rock climbing.
Yeah, this is rock climbing.
Yeah.
Essentially. And I will post this on our Instagram. So realistically, between the Johnson Meadows where her campsite was found and where her car was left, you could get to hiking. Everything else is a complete fucking mystery.
Where the kids saw her, though, is not an official part of... I mean...
They searched it because of how compelling...
There's no evidence of her there that is, like...
No.
Human reality. Or like...
On the spectrum.
Money reality.
Yes. Yeah.
There's no material evidence.
There's nothing material there, right? It's just Caden's sighting, which it's a pretty fucking compelling sighting.
Completely.
Like, how would that kid make that up?
No, unless the family's completely screwed up and weird and, like...
Yeah.
You know, like... That doesn't seem likely.
It does seem likely. It's just... It's super
because he
weird.
saw that he picked the 3 photos of her.
Yes.
Jesus.
That's like a next level.
What would they have to gain out of it?
Yeah. Like, so like they were like writing a book about it or anything. You know. And then in September 2020, this area actually faced a forest fire.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was, I believe it was called the Bell Creek Fire.
Oh.
So probably, I don't know if there's evidence
Left.
of her.
Jesus.
unless it's something metal or maybe, I guess, bones. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows on that.
But yeah, I mean, it's been 2020. I mean, we're in 2024. So
Okay.
it's been almost 4 years since she's gone missing. And there's been no sightings, no evidence since
That's the last.
Caden's
My God.
thing a year later. But yeah, it's pretty short, but that's Sandra Johnson Hughes. That's this story is like stuck with me for a long time.
No, that is something.
Yeah. Like the weird settings after, the weird settings during the search where people were like talking to her and she was just like, I'm fine.
And it kind of maybe explains like why she was there but not there.
Yeah.
'Cause maybe some of those people had similar sightings.
Yeah.
Of like her, the ghost of her, or whatever you want to call that.
Right. Is it paranormal? I mean, I obviously Cadence is very paranormal, but everything else is just, was she fine? Or did she like hit her head in a weird wrong way when she had that very minor small accident and it just caused some sort of weird injury? It's truly fucking weird. I kind of want to go hike this area now.
I just want, if nothing else, she's probably gone, right?
Right.
Like, if nothing else, maybe hopefully that those wildfires released whatever part of her,
Well, it's funny because the Madera County Sheriff, they were talking about sometimes forest fires can help you find other things because they get rid of the underbrush.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And there is stuff that can
be unearthed.
Or survive fires in general.
That's true.
But as to today in January 2024, nothing has been found yet.
Damn.
Yeah, that is the story of Sandra Johnson Hughes.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's such a good story.
Yeah, I know it was kind of a short one, but
I liked it.
Yeah, it's just the little kid.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Is wild. So we will talk to you guys next week.
Time.
I guess it's been an hour, so
Long-winded.
You're long-winded. You know what? I don't care. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week. And thanks for listening. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening. For podcast updates and episode photos, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Grimly Podcast. Also, be sure to rate and review our episodes, and we will see you next week for another